Now let's learn how to add numbers with 2 decimal places. Let's start by writing the decimal point in our answer so we don't forget it. And we've made sure that all the decimal points in our question line up vertically. So remember, we always start with the smallest place value, and because we have 2 digits after the decimal point, that means we start with our hundredths. 4 plus 3 is 7. Now on to our tenths. 5 plus 9 is 14, so we've made 1 whole, and then we have 4 tenths left. Now on to our units. 6 plus 0 plus 1 is 7. Now pause the video and see if you can answer this question. So we need to remember to write the decimal point in our answer and start by adding the smallest place value. So we have 9 hundredths plus 4 hundredths. That gives us 13 hundredths, and because 13 hundredths is the same as 1 tenth and 3 hundredths, we can write 1 below our tenths and 3 in our hundredths answer line. Now on to our tenths. We have 5 plus 3 plus the 1 that we made from adding our hundredths, so we have 9 tenths altogether. And now onto our units. 6 plus 1 is 7. We can use the same method to add numbers with a different number of digits. So here we have a 5-digit number, and here we have a 4-digit number. But as long as we've lined up the decimal points in our question, we'll get the right answer. If we hadn't lined up our decimal points, we would be adding 6 hundredths in the top number to the 7 tens in the bottom number. And we know that with column addition we can't do that. But as long as we've got our decimal points lined up, we'll be okay. So pause the video and see if you can answer this question. Let's start with our decimal point lined up in our answer. Now starting with our hundredths, 5 plus 5 is 10, so 1, 0. Onto our tenths. 8 plus 4 plus 1 is 13, so 1, 3. Now onto our units. 4 plus 3 plus 1 is 8. Now our tens. 5 plus 7 is 12, so 1, 2. And finally our hundreds. 6 plus nothing plus 1, so that's 7. So our answer is 728.30. So we have 7 hundredths, 2 tens, 8 units, and 3 tenths. And notice that even though we started with hundredths, we don't have any in our answer. And that's because we added our hundredths together to make 1 tenth and didn't have any left over.